It's important to revisit the fragrances in our collection that we were a little bit on the fence about, or that we were hopeful it might change over time. And I have 5 for you guys today that I have revisited. A few of them, I kind of feel the same. A few of them, my opinions change positively and negatively. So if you want to hear my thoughts about revisiting these 5 fragrances, keep on watching. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Aleisha Budget Beauty. My name is Aleisha. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion, beauty, and fragrance. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, revisit some of my fragrances, and tell you guys my thoughts, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. Okay, you guys, I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but then inevitably I would get in another fragrance that I thought, oh, that's another one that I need some time with to revisit. So I looked and I thought, okay, I've got 5 now that I really want to talk about. And I do think this is important for us as far as what we decide to declutter and how quickly that we do, because fragrances really can sometimes change, because our fragrances really do need some time to sit, to let it aerate some, to let the notes meld together as they are supposed to. And some, nothing happens. That's true. And if you don't like it, get rid of it. But some really do change, and you'd be kind of sad if you let it go. So let me go ahead and get into the first one, because I actually had a request to revisit this back whenever I reviewed it. They said, can you revisit it later on? And I told them, sure, I will do that. I will put it to the side. And that fragrance is Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso, Sweet Tooth Espresso. So whenever I got this, I remember I purchased it right away. So I paid the bigger dollar for this, and it was a bigger bottle than regular Sweet Tooth right here. I'm going to bring this one up here in a minute too, but this isn't part of my 5, but since we're talking about this one, I'll talk about this in a second. But I think this was 70 or 60 something. It was much more expensive than I'm used to seeing Sweet Tooth for, like 20 bucks at Walmart, right? So I was expecting this to be, in my mind, I thought this is going to be a blueberry coffee, kind of a take on like a breakfast at a coffee shop, right? Just your crumbly blueberry goodness and a coffee scent. I was expecting gourmand, all of that. Whenever I got this in, for me, this was like no coffee. Didn't smell even a trace. None. Really didn't get much blueberry. I actually got some sort of like weird grape soda vibe in the background. And then it was also a heavy, heavy dose of indolic jasmine. So it kind of smelled a little bit pissy, for a lack of a better word. Like it kind of had this urine scent in the background that sometimes indolic jasmine can have. And I didn't hate it, but it wasn't at all what I was expecting. I was like, what? Why is this even called Espresso when you can't smell any coffee in it? I was very confused. Didn't really highly recommend it to anyone unless you're a huge, huge jasmine lover, basically. So I got this out the other day, and actually my daughter was in the room with me, and she's like, I want you to spray those chocolate bar looking fragrances. And she does know who Sabrina Carpenter is, but she didn't know she had fragrances. So I was like, you know, this is Sabrina Carpenter, right? She was real excited. So whenever I sprayed this first, because I said, you know what? I need to revisit this anyway. I've been meaning to do that. I want to film a video about it. When I sprayed it, she was like, that smells so good. And then I smelled it, and I was like, it does smell really good. This has changed over time. This is my example in this video of a fragrance that smells much different than it did months and months back. Now, is it my favorite fragrance even as it's changed? No, but now I'm less upset at the money that I spent on this. It has become a kind of blueberry tart, like a blueberry puffed pastry sort of a scent, with a little bit of something, maybe vanilla. I do get a hint of the espresso now. It's still not overly coffee smelling. I think I get why she named it this because of the song and everything around it at the time, but this really should be called Sweet Tooth Blueberry Baby or something like that, because now I think it's more along those lines. Slight something espresso-y in the background. I still get some jasmine in here, a little bit of the floral. So it's not too overly gourmand where it just straight up smells like a blueberry muffin, but it's pretty. It's not just straight in your face indulgent jasmine anymore. It has changed so much, and I was so excited about that. So if you do have this and you have not worn it in a really long time, go back and spray it because you might like it a lot more now. Especially if you thought that jasmine was too much and you were missing something a little bit more gourmand-like. But still definitely has some floral to it. So this was my positive revisit for sure. Now, in the meantime of that, she wanted to smell the rest because I have the cherry Sabrina Carpenter, the regular Sweet Tooth, and then the caramel one that's that kind of toasty, brown, sugary scent. And I said, you know, a lot of people do like this. This is a lot of people's favorite, just the OG. And we sprayed it. Something happened to this where I really don't like it anymore. It's pretty in the air. Because just like right now, whenever I spray it, I'm like, oh, I do get this sort of fluffy, marshmallowy scent. But on the skin, there is something that has gone strange in this fragrance. And I do know that people that hated this from the get-go got a chemical vibe from it that I never got until now. So, unfortunately, I do think Sweet Tooth Original is one that as it sits, maybe it isn't as good. It's still wearable. It's not horrible. I'm not going to declutter it, I don't think. But I don't like it as much as I used to. And I don't think it's a taste change. I really do think it has changed a little bit over time. So, Me Espresso, much, much better in the revisit. Sweet Tooth, not so much. All right, my next revisit is the Noble Blush, Lattafa Noble Blush. And I know that this one is such a divisive fragrance. And my review of this a while back was I'm very much in the middle. I didn't hate it, but I certainly didn't love it. I thought that it smelled cheap, but not terrible. It just smelled like a cheap rose, milky rose soap, basically, but just not an expensive one. So I didn't understand the hype of the people that love and adore this fragrance. And I could kind of see where people were coming from that hated it as well. So I was very much in the middle, and I thought, people did tell me, please revisit it. It's so much better down the road. So I have. It's been months. I have to say, I'm still in the same place with this. So I don't hate it anymore. Or, I mean, I didn't hate it, but like I don't dislike it any more than I did necessarily. But I still think it's the musk in here. So I love musk whenever it smells expensive. I love it whenever it gives a fragrance like a lift and a softness or a sensuality. But sometimes some musks do come off making a fragrance smell cheap, where I can tell there's a good fragrance under there, but the musk just kind of ruins it. And I feel like there is some sort of musk in here that doesn't make it smooth like other people talk about. I mean, I definitely get like a pink Dove bar soap, and there is like a I really don't want to use the word smooth because I don't think this is that smooth, and I don't think it's that silky, but I guess I should say like a soft lather. Let's go with that. So not a milky river of soap, but like a soft lather of a rose soap vibe. And I do kind of like that, but I don't love it still. So it's still one that I really don't know if I'll reach for it that much, because I do have soapy kind of smelling soaps that I like better than this. And then I have rose fragrances that I like a lot better than this. So I'm still going to keep it around. I'm not decluttering it yet, but my stance is pretty much the same. All right. Next, we have another one, a positive change for me, and that is Lattafa's Teriaq Intense. I love the original, and I know, man, that's another one. People either love it, hate it, and then I think most people did love this, and then there were a few that just didn't get down with it. And I was trying to force myself to love this because there was hype about it. I thought the bottle was stunning and gorgeous. And there was something in the background of this that went a little sour oudi to me. And there's no oud listed, but I got this. I got that sour plum at the top and the liqueur and the saffron. But then there was just this heavy, pervasive, kind of exotic oud that was going a tad sour on me that kept me from fully loving this. I kept trying and I'd be like, oh yeah, it smells so good. And then a couple hours later, I was like, I really just don't like it that much. So I put it away for a long time. I got it back out the other day and sprayed it. And I have to say, it is so much smoother. Oh my goodness. This has really changed a lot for me. I definitely get that plum liqueur in here. It's like it's gotten richer, smoother, more elegant. There is that bergamot at the top that I think plays so nicely in with that plum. And the warm amber and the base, the benzoin. It's cozy, it's sexy, it's alluring, it's mysterious, and I don't have that weird underlying oudi thing that I didn't like. So truly, I think this one needed to sit and has gotten so much better, and I'm excited to wear it in the fall. I think it's gorgeous. So I know a lot of people, well, not a lot, because I think most people did really like this, but the people that I saw that really didn't like it, I think they got rid of it. If you still have this and you were on the fence and you've had it for quite a while, revisit it. On like a cooler day, revisit it and see if it's smoothed out for you, because it certainly has for me. All right, this next one is a revisit for a specific reason. It's not because I didn't like it. I really, really liked it when I got it. But this is Khadlaj's Vanilla Pearl. And the reason why I wanted to revisit this is the name is Vanilla Pearl. But when I got this, I got literally zero vanilla from it. It was just a really pretty, fruity, fun, kind of fizzy, effervescent almost fragrance. Smooth, though. I really liked it. But I was like, where is the vanilla? So I thought maybe after a few months, this will sit and maybe it will become more vanillic. Well, it hasn't. But I still really like it. I just think it's totally misnamed. It should be called Raspberry Pearl, Blackcurrant Pearl, or I don't know if it's blackcurrant or blackberries in here, but there's strawberry, I believe. There's freesia. I think there's some moss and caramel, some cashmere woods. So I sprayed it earlier just to kind of refresh and be like, okay, let's make sure. Still no vanilla. I was like, no. And my son was like, why does it smell like bubble gum in here? And it kind of does. I think it kind of smells like a strawberry, raspberry bubble gum. I really like it. I really, really do. I think it's fun. It's actually, now that I'm smelling it again, it's not too far off from Juliet Has a Gun Miami Shake on Exact. I definitely get some more of this kind of smooth cashmere wood in it than that fragrance. It's a little bit more tart. So I think it's a great fragrance. There's just the vanilla. I'm like, why call it vanilla pearl? I don't understand. So no after time, no vanilla, but I still really like it. All right, and my last one is Oh Honey by Maison Asrar. So I have had this for almost 2.5 months. I think that's enough time. I know sometimes it can be even longer. One of my examples of that, even though I'm not really including it in this video, is Lattafa's Khadlaj Al-Farsan. That fragrance took like an entire year for the strange mystery kind of peppery muskiness in that to smooth out and go away, and I really enjoy that fragrance now, and it really did take about a year. So maybe this could change, but I have to say, you guys, so far it's the same. And I do think I'll probably go ahead and declutter this. As much as I love the bottle, it kills me because the bottle is so gorgeous. It's one of my favorite bottles. I don't know. I'm trying to convince myself to give it like another couple of months. But my 2.5 month mark update for you guys, it's still really sour fruits. Now, someone had commented that, you know, honey is different in different countries. Honey in the US is pretty sweet, almost like syrupy sweet. And in some other countries, it's actually a little bit more sour, tangy. It just kind of depends, I guess, how it's harvested. You know, I don't know all the ins and outs. I'm not a honey maker, but they were like, no, that's kind of more true to how honey would be there. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool to know. But it still doesn't change that I really don't like how it smells to the nose. And so it's very herbal smelling, very sour, kind of bitter, kind of like a natural foods, like Whole Foods kind of market vibe with like spices and herbs around you and fruits that aren't quite ripened yet. Like that's the vibe I get from this. And I was like, if anything, I thought it got more sour and more kind of herbal in the last 2.5 months. So the sweetness that could possibly be in here or people are hoping for, I don't smell it yet. I'm so sad because, man, it's just, I'm like, oh, it's so pretty, the bottle. So I think I'll probably do another one of these videos down the line because I'm always getting fragrances in and testing. And so I'll probably do this down the line. I may keep it another couple of months, revisit it once more. And if it still has not changed for the better, I will for sure declutter this. But so far, not any better, if not just more sour and a little bit bitter. So that's it for my revisit. This was actually really fun. I like this because it's not a, oh, I went and bought these fragrances. I've already had them for a while and tested them for a while. So it was just, I don't know, it was fun to revisit your fragrances. I encourage you guys to do so as well. But I thank you so much for watching. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping, and smelling fabulous. Bye.